The patrol begins at 5:45 a.m., before the sun comes out.
10-4.
The mission? Look out for suspicious vehicles in Linda Vista.
So what we're looking for in essence are, those U.S.-made cars, Dodge Durangos, Ford Explorers, Dodge Caravans.
That's Benjamin Prado. He's not a cop or a private investigator. He's an immigrant rights activist with Unión del Barrio, looking for any signs that Immigration and Customs Enforcement, or ICE, is trying to arrest people. This is just one way that advocates in San Diego are responding to President Donald Trump's plans to launch what he calls the largest deportation operation in American history.
The goal is always to prevent families from being separated. We had too much family separation, throughout the years, and the impact that that's had on not only the immediate family, but also, the social fabric of our communities.
Unión del Barrio's work is part of a larger effort to educate the immigrant community. Others include Know Your Rights workshops, food and clothing drives, temporary housing for asylum seekers, and free legal representation for people facing deportation. Ian Ceruelo is chair of the San Diego Immigrant Rights Consortium, a network of more than 50 organizations. He says all of these individual efforts work collaboratively.
And I think it really fits well to the efforts of all the advocates, that are doing work on the ground.
ICE did not respond to questions from KPBS about their views of these community patrols. But some of the Trump administration's officials have recently criticized this type of activism. Here is Border SAR Tom Homan on CNN.
They call it Know Your Rights. I call it How to Escape Arrest. There's a warrant for your arrest, and they tell you how to hide from ICE. No, don't open your door. Don't answer questions.
Since Trump's inauguration, ICE has publicized raids in Chicago and New Jersey. But besides a few targeted operations, San Diego County has not seen that level of enforcement. Even though mass deportations have not materialized here in San Diego, people are still living in fear.
People are angry. People are upset. Any human being would be when you have your family being criminalized and terrorized by this agency.
Prado points to rhetoric coming out of the White House as a sign of the increased criminalization of immigrants without legal status. Officials initially said they're focused on hardened criminals, like murderers and rapists. But more recently, White House Press Secretary Carolyn Leavitt has said that all immigrants who do not have legal status are subject to deportation.
He is focused on launching the largest mass deportation operation in American history of illegal criminals. And if you are an individual, a foreign national, who illegally enters the United States of America, you are, by definition, a criminal. And so therefore, you are subject to deportation.
Legally speaking, crossing the border illegally or overstaying a temporary visa is a civil offense, not a criminal one. An added benefit of the community's patrol is their ability to separate fact from fiction, especially in response to false rumors of ICE raids that quickly spread on social media. Adriana Jasso is another activist on the community patrol.
Yeah, and part of what has created a lot of fear and anxiety is the role of social media.
These people have good intentions. They want to warn their friends and neighbors, but they end up causing more panic instead.
There's a gap and a disconnect between the official narrative and what is happening on the ground.
Unidad 1, adelante.
Estamos en base, esperando, ¿todo bien?
10-4, ya llego en unos 10 segundos.
10-4.
The rest of Friday's patrol is quiet. Prado and other activists don't see any ICE activity.
The community can go out with the confidence that there is at least no ICE operation happening in this area where we patrol.
And that made the early morning work worthwhile. Gustavo Solis, KPBS News.